What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with another one, and this time we have exciting news about, well, why. Excuse me, yeah. Exciting news about why Madden is so bad. The biggest issue, which we thought it was the developers. We thought it was the game being too bum friendly. We thought it was the game, them not testing the game. We thought it was everything in the world that you can name off in the next 30 seconds would probably be why you thought the game was so bad. But come to find out, the thing that so many sim players wanted in the game is actually what is making the game bad. I remember playing people in 15 and 14 and 16, and the first words out their mouth, "Oh my God, when this happens, you guys won't be able to nano, you guys won't be able to do this, you guys won't be able to do that. Wait until Frostbite comes along and everything changes. Let's see how good you are then." Well, technically Frostbite is here and we're still better than half of the sim community, and there's no way you can beat us, and you'll probably never beat us, and you'll probably never learn how to adjust your defense. You'll probably come out in a cover 2 and beg for a cloud flat to cover a route that's coming out of the backfield. But that's here nor there. But the Frostbite engine is what is destroying the game, because the Frostbite engine was basically designed for shooter games. Now, understand what this is. Now, with all the legacy issues, with all of the problems with the game and the coding in the beginning, add that to the fact that we're playing on an engine that's not designed to work with this game. It's supposed to make it look good, but it's more of a fluent action. Now, I want you to think about Call of Duty. Think about Battlefield. Think about Battlefront. Think about the Star Wars game, where basically all you do is run around, shoot people, they fall out and die, and they die in amazing manners. You shoot them with lasers, you shoot them with a lightsaber, you shoot them with grenades, and so forth. And the bodies and the environment look amazing, just like Madden 19 or Madden 18. These are the two games that the Frostbite engine was totally integrated into Madden. 18 and 19, excuse me. 18 and 19 had the full integration of it. Now, the problem with the full integration of Frostbite, that it was made as a standalone engine. It can't handle all the animations in the game, and the RNG that you're seeing, it's probably a byproduct of the Frostbite engine basically not knowing exactly how to handle animations, because the game is basically saying, hey, we want an animation, and the engine is saying, hey, I can't handle animations. This would be the first wave of knowing that, hey, why is it that when I go to the ground and I'm falling to the ground, a guy can come over there and pick me up off of the ground? Because the engine is made for interactions, not reactions. The engine is made so you can interact with the environment, not react with the environment. So basically, if you play Call of Duty, if you play Battlefield or Battlefront, you're basically shooting at a wall and the wall will change. It's not made for you to shoot at the wall and the wall attacks you back. It's not made to hold these animations, and that's why so many of the animations basically are mixed up, confused, and 9 times out of 10 don't really happen because the game doesn't know what's going on. Going with the legacy engine, with the legacy issues, going with the engine being bad, going with the bad programming, going with the fact that we say, oh, you've made the game bum friendly, now all you do is hold a button. Well, honestly, that may not be their fault, because from what I'm understanding, the Frostbite engine was so confusing and bad, it took 3 to 4 days to fix an issue with it. So EA would just say, forget the issue. Let's find a way to stop the issue. The contain blitzes, they just took contains out and made them useless because there was no way to fix it. It took them so long to fix stuff within that month span, they didn't want to fix it anymore. So they basically always had a failsafe, and the failsafe was removing it. This is why all those overpowered routes are being taken out of the game, you guys, because the game cannot contain or hold all of that stuff that's in there. That's one of the biggest issues. Like, hey, maybe the game would actually be able to stop a lot of the routes in the game, because you got to understand the Frostbite engine wasn't made to handle animations. Now those animations are being forced upon an engine, and when you force something upon a computer, the computer basically finds the best way to handle it. The best way to handle it is to blow animations. You know what? Instead of forcing the animation, I'm just not going to do the animation. Instead of letting him get that pick, I'm just not going to do the animation for the pick. Instead of reacting the way that it should react, the Frostbite engine basically rolled dice and said, hey, this is what should happen. It never gave you what really should have happened. Like in situations of the game where I'm guessing a lot of mishaps and problems in this game might actually be coming from the Frostbite engine. No, I'm not thinking I know. It's basically legacy issues on top of copy and paste, on top of a bad engine, on top of and we can't say the programming is bad anymore, because EA wanted so badly for this engine to cross over to everything. But the thing is, the engine makes the game look amazing, but it does not react well with the game. And this is where we're at right now. So we're at a crossroads, and Madden 20 is done. It's done. That engine is on Madden 20 from what I'm understanding. I may be wrong, but you guys have to understand, this will be the third year of us being on this engine, and every other team has used that engine, said it's horrible. The Anthem team said it's horrible. You have people saying the Unreal engine is 10 times better than the Frostbite engine, because the Frostbite engine, it overrides what you want it to do. It overrides the system. It overrides everything. It may take you, let's say, 30 minutes to fix a bug on another engine. Let's say the engine example A engine, it takes you about a good 10 minutes to fix an issue. On the Frostbite engine, it takes 3 to 4 days, sometimes a week, to fix an issue, because they have to go in there and they have to peel back things to try to figure out why the Frostbite engine is not responding like it should. The biggest issue a lot of guys are having is that instead of fixing the issue, how about we just say, you know what, take it out. That's what they did with contains, which basically makes contains useless. That's what they did with the animations, where, if you remember, we were able to push off our running backs. We were able to move side to side. Real player motion is so gonky because of that. Real player motion is bad, but just imagine if you have to create an animation just to get your speed up. So the engine can't really go and say, okay, I'm going to let you do this cut and I'm going to let you use your speed burst. Guess what? You can only do one. And the game basically melded out speed burst. So you can't really get up to top speed because of the engine or the real player motion. But at the same time, the biggest issue that we're having is that this game is copy and paste, and then you take a layer of Frostbite. So you just have one layer of bad things and another layer of bad things, and then you put something over the top of it that's even worse, and it creates what we know as Madden 19. So if you guys are like me, you can basically go out and be a little bit happier. I don't know if I'm happy, but it makes me feel better that they're just not out there doing bad programming. That technically they can't really test the game, because it takes a very long time to test the game and run all the bugs out. So they're basically just, well, technically that would be a bad thing, right? They knew it took a long time to test the game on the Frostbite engine, but they still gave it to us. Now, I don't think this is all EA. I think it's technically a lot of the company in general, not the developers, but the company wanting the game to look so realistic. But I'll bring you guys more information. Drop a like on the video if you want to know everything about why the Frostbite engine is killing Madden at this moment in time. You guys have a good one. Catch you next time.